Jó napot kívánok! Köszönöm szépen! Jó napot kívánok! It's not anymore valid. Köszönöm szépen for these 10 minutes. In a way, this project is subsequent to the other one you have just seen. In what way is subsequent? They have to be financed from the same source. In fact, there are two, as you have just seen. One possible source is the FP7, the European funds, and the other one is a national one, intended to be used for research and development. And of course other sources. The rest of the project, out of which this is only a sketch, it's not something very pretentious, I have to admit, is quite independent. The location is somewhere in Timisoara, somewhere where there are a few ideas. Probably we would prefer to put it in the same park the astronomical observatory is located right now. That place has a clear advantage, is at least from one point of view under our control. The rest is quite difficult because we need probably 4 or 5 workers, and they have to be paid, and this is a problem. So recently I have contacted a project manager from ZEISS. I am obsessed by ZEISS. I have a fixed idea, and this project manager, Herr Lutz Müller, has sent me a bit of material. If you like, I can share it with you. Out of that material I have taken a few things, the rest of which you can find on www.zeiss.de. There are eventually 3 types. I have omitted here the mobile planetarium. Dr. Farkas has a very nice idea he has not talked yet about a mobile planetarium that could be built in a series of a few at least, and they can be used by schools in Timisoara and in Romania in general. The most important 3 types are here. You don't need my comments. We have decided to go for a small planetarium, which is quite good even for 12 meters to 14 meters. There is an overlap between small planetarium and mid-sized planetariums. This one is conceived to be used for small planetariums, northern and southern hemispheres. Again, you don't need my comments. All those features this device exhibits are on ZEISS website. This one is for a medium-sized planetarium. I have to say they are all new products, all of them. These 2 and the next one based on fiber optics technology. Reason for which the simulation is very clear, very realistic. Of course, what you see around are other devices. I can show you what is all about if you are interested at the end. I have also a ZEISS presentation, a CD. This one is an universarium. This is for the largest planetarium possible. And why SkyMaster ZKP4? Don't ask me what is ZKP, I don't know. There are two models, ZKP4 and ZKP Plus. These have to be searched for on size. You have all the explanations possible there. It seems what previously has been distributed between many devices is now built in, all in one. And the features, the new features this one has, and the previous ones haven't had, are these. Including the analemma, which is quite interesting. Now, the problem is that some of these features are not valid, or are valid with respect to a certain disposition of the seats. So the auditorium has three possible distributions. First one is the most encountered one, the most used one. Concentric, it's the one we probably will choose. We'll be choosing, and we intended to have somewhere between 60 and 80 seats. Timisoara is not that big. I mean, we expect to have more young people coming again and again to see all these shows. The other, probably they come once or at most twice, and they forget about it. But students, yes, and therefore we expect to have an auditorium made of young people, but not only from Timisoara or from Timiș County, whose capital is Timisoara, the rest, the neighbors. The neighbors meaning Romania and Hungary as well. The other one comes in two versions. This one and that one, which resembles a bit the amphitheater, but then it has to be a bit higher. The pictures are not quite accurate, as the horizon has to be above the highest point. And then the third one, this one is mostly used for large theaters and for those theaters who not only use an astronomical show, but those who use any scientific show. It could be Galileo, the most known show. It could be any kind of trip inside of the human being. Many interesting things. And they come actually together. They come all in one. They have now a very powerful computer, a station. Now the last problem, the cupola. This is just one possibility I have recently found, looking for a house to build for myself. And being there, I realized that this could be used for a planetarium. In fact, Michigan University has in US a planetarium bigger than this one. This is 9-meter diameter. What is this? It's very simple to explain. It's a derivation of an icosahedral, the center of which has been joined with the centers of the faces. All those faces for an icosahedral are equilateral triangles, and then these radii intersect the sphere, the circumscribed sphere, and from those points you join again the vertices of the icosahedral, and you get an iteration, a frequency of 2, a frequency of 3, a frequency of 4. This one, for example, if I'm not mistaken, this is 3. A 3V, 9-meter diameters. And different types of coverings. This is the so-called elastomere. It's a kind of rubber substance. It gives a very beautiful, you don't need to have windows, by the way. So it gives a very uniform aspect, a layer, a very thin layer, and it's also very practical. This could be a project. I mean, as I said at the beginning, this is a sketch of a project. It's not yet a project. Because we still discuss among us, we are 3 of us at this moment, we discuss the extensions. I mean, these buildings, we want to have there not only the basic facilities, showers and blah, 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 but we want to have also a point where we can sell astronomical kits for kids. There are so many in Europe, out of which the best one I forgot to mention is Klaus Hönig in Germany. Very, very nice and comprehensible kits one can use, and including a solar observatory. Very, very, very beautiful. We would intend to sell all these things at the beginning of our shows, and also we would like to have around a kind of anti-chamber, if I may say so, circular, a kind of cylindric. It resembles a door, something like this. A waiting room, not only a waiting room, and so on and so forth. This is 5 more minutes. Okay. This is the interior. Now we have a problem here, because you know the cupola is a polyhedra. It's not a perfect sphere. So we have then a problem we have not solved yet. How to inscribe, what kind of material should we use in order to inscribe a hemisphere which is perfect? Because if we use this one, which is a good approximation of a sphere, then the projections are not anymore accurate. And those topocentric that topocentric accuracy size is delivering is not anymore valid. So it has to be perfect. So the better the higher the frequency, the better the. These are the locks. They are not very complicated. They are made in USA. Unfortunately, at this time we don't have in Romania or elsewhere in Europe a place where this kind of alloy, in fact, they said it's secret. I mean, everything in USA is secret. But this one, it is an alloy, a very strong one, and it's actually the core of the building. The rest is not that important. These are a few interiors, just to ignite your interest. It's quite interesting. It's a building that has been recently voted on Discovery as being the most efficient house, the most efficient home on this planet. It's not that, I mean, you can reduce the costs with probably, they say, 50 or 60%. And it could have many types of extensions. We have discussed as a possible idea, even for some buildings up to the mountains, some facilities, not necessarily the cupola for a telescope. It's quite difficult to adapt this one for that kind of cupola. It has to be classic. Someone, I mean, luckily there is just one European representative of this domes. It's a fuller dome in Timisoara. We have recently, and actually for the entire, at least Eastern Europe. And these are the sources I have used, if you like to visit yourself. That's all. Thank you very much.